Okay, how's everybody doing this evening? My name is Kent and the channel is EOS San Diego, and I make videos about the EOS blockchain. And tonight is a good night for making a video about the blockchain because we've had some really good prices today. But before we talk about that, I just want to tell people where I'm at again, because I told people the other night that if they wanted to create a challenge for me, that I'd tell you where I was at and then go ahead and issue me a challenge. But I forgot to tell you the name of the account that I use, and the name of my account on challenge is EOS San Diego 1, and the number 1 is written 1, not ONE. So it's just the number 1. So EOS San Diego 1. That's my account on the challenge application. So if you want to create a challenge for me, I'm on State Street and Carlsbad Village Drive in Carlsbad, California. I'll put the link to where it's at on the map. But literally anywhere in Carlsbad, if you want to issue me a challenge, maybe you want to do it at Army, Navy, or the beach, or a filling station, or something around here that you want to see in the video, issue me a challenge for that location, and I'll go ahead and make the video in that location as the challenge states, and then I'll issue back some tokens. So challenge me some tokens, and I'll hit you back with some tokens too. So that's a good way to kind of see how challenge works. Basically, challenge is a way for people to influence people's behavior by issuing a geolocation challenge where people are challenging somebody to do something. The other thing we have going on is we're having a party, a Halloween party tomorrow night here in San Diego in Kearny Mesa, which is just outside of downtown San Diego. I'll put the location below where it's at. It starts at 8 p.m. It goes till 2 a.m. We're hosting the party. Actually, my son's hosting the party. I'll be there. Everybody else will be there. I'll be happy to be there to talk EOS, do whatever anybody wants to talk about. I'll be happy to do that because I'm just going to be there enjoying the time. And if you'd like to show up to the party, I'll put the link below. We do have tickets because we are having a number of DJs. We have security. We have a bar. So there's some overhead involved. So there are tickets, but you can buy at the door if you want. So you don't have to buy a ticket now. You can come to the door and buy. And like I say, anybody from EOS that shows up, I'll buy you a drink because I want to make sure that we all have a good time. So hit me up at the party if you're there. Put the link below. I think we have 400 tickets for sale. I don't know how many we've got left, so hopefully we won't sell out, but I don't think we will at this point, but we're getting close. So now that we've covered all that information, I want to talk a little bit about what's happened today. We've had a huge day, a milestone day in cryptocurrencies. In fact, I was looking at the statistics, and Bitcoin made I think the second or third biggest jump today as any time in the history of Bitcoin. I think the only time that's made a bigger jump was when it was 40 cents and it jumped to like $5.40. Was a bigger percentage jump than it was today. So this is a historic day, and make no mistake why the crypto market is on fire right now, because the President Xi from China has endorsed not Bitcoin, but cryptocurrency blockchain by saying that this is something that their country, the country of China with 1.4 billion people, should be doing. They should take this on. They should embrace it. He's endorsing it. He has a lot of power in China. Considered a dictator, even though they're very pro business and they're very pro technology, but he has a lot of power. He has a lot of power to tell the people to do things, and of course without a lot of debate and back and forth like we have in the United States, they just do it. So you can bet on it, you can count on it, you can count on China becoming a huge player in the cryptocurrency Bitcoin EOS world. Also, not too long ago, in fact a few times, Commerce Minister Commerce, I believe in China, has ranked the cryptocurrencies, and they usually rank EOS as the number one cryptocurrency. So China has a big interest in cryptocurrency. They have a big interest in EOS. They have a big interest in taking this on and making it something for the future for people in China. And of course, they're doing it because, as President Xi said today, he thinks it's going to help the people of China. It's going to help people that are impoverished. It's going to help people to do better commerce, to help people to do better business, and to improve the lives of the people in China. Something I talk about every single night on these videos, how I think it improves the people's lives. And he's recognizing it, and he's making a statement for it, and he's telling these people, yes, this is the direction we want to take. And believe me, the Chinese people are very good about this kind of stuff. When their leaders tell them to do something, they are all in, and they go forward with a lot of interest and a lot of energy and a lot of vigor. So why the Americans debate this in Congress and drag Zuckerberg in and waste his time, the Chinese people are moving forward with this. So you can see where this is leading. It's leading to the shifting in powers in the world. Not that China doesn't need any more help with that, because China's already a technological leader. They have some of the most advanced technological areas in the country, in the world. In some of the cities there, I've seen some of the stuff they have going on there. It's amazing. They were so far ahead of us in so many areas right now. And for their leaders to be pro-Bitcoin, pro-technology, while our leader, Donald Trump, says he's not a big fan. So that kind of shows you where we're at. We got a president that says he's not a big fan. They have a president that says, I think this is technology we need to invest in and we need to get good at. So yeah, you can see the difference here. So we know who's going to win out on that one. Not that I'm negative about the United States and America's interest in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, because I do think we'll come around, and I think we'll be very good at it, and the Americans will be very good at doing Bitcoin, or as we are now, very good at it. But I'm a little bit feeling like we need to be a little bit more pro cryptocurrencies, and not so much saying that, like Trump says, he's not a big fan, or Buffett being very negative and anti-Bitcoin. We have a lot of people in this country that aren't very positive about it. And I think our legislature, or our government, our people that make the laws in this country, they need to get on board very quickly, because they're going to miss out big time. And I think people like Maxine Waters and some of these other people better just get out of the way, because this is huge, and this is going to make a huge difference in the world, and it's going to make a difference in people's lives and the quality of life people have in the countries that they live in, as far as how their countries adopt or don't adopt Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, and blockchain technology. Because this is inevitable, and this is going to happen regardless of how politicians feel about it. So politicians better recognize that, put their egos aside, and recognize that this is the way of the future, as China's doing, and other countries will follow. And these are the ones that are going to prosper. These are the countries that will prosper because of their forward thinking. So anyway, very, very big day, a historic day, one of the biggest that we've seen. A week or two ago, or three, I think, I made a prediction about $20 EOS by the end of the year. I know that sounded crazy at the time, especially in a flat market that had been trading sideways for a number of months, had very little interest. I mean, I know, because I try to make these videos every night. I know, because I try to come up with content. I know how little people were paying attention to this. Although I was seeing a lot of good things going on, I just knew how little people were paying attention, and how little there was written about it and talked about, and how when I first started doing these videos back in 2017, 18, that there was so much more interest than there was here recently, that it was difficult, but we needed something to happen. We needed a paradigm shift. We needed somebody to step forward, and one of the world leaders of the biggest country, one of the biggest countries, not the biggest country, I think the biggest country in the world, being pro blockchain is going to be a huge, huge help for the prices. If you're looking at this and thinking about this, I don't know what else we could do, what I could do or anybody else could do to convince you that this is something that's taking the world over. We will be running on the blockchain here in the next so many years. And if you're an investor, if you're looking for a place to park some money, I think the cryptocurrencies have a pretty good opportunity to do well. Only my opinion, but I would certainly be thinking about cryptocurrencies as something I'd be thinking about putting some money into, especially at these prices. So we'll see. But with big day, historic day, I think it may change everything. China's on board, and I think the Americans are going to probably realize very quickly they're going to have to be on board too. With a little bit more interest in, jawing this thing around in Congress, they're going to have to do a little bit more than that. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, very good day, very encouraging. I was waiting for something big like this to happen. I was waiting for a breakout time. Maybe my $20 prediction on EOS isn't so far away, and we can do it pretty quickly. And then the $100 party isn't so far away either. So I think all those things are in the very near future. Near enough that we need to start thinking that way, because that's the way it's going. I know we're still pretty low, $3.50, but you see today the way things move. I mean, Bitcoin was 7,400 yesterday, and today it went over 10,000 for a little bit. So that's a pretty big move, 25% in one day. So pretty big stuff. Appreciate you watching. Thank you very much.